DC characters caught fire the moment they appeared. They had cult followings, breakout storylines, and the kind of popularity that should have turned them into long-term icons. Instead, DC sidelined them, rewrote them badly, or let them disappear without payoff. A hero who stole the spotlight, then vanished. A fan favorite pushed aside for a reboot, and characters whose potential was obvious, but never fulfilled. These weren't failures. They were missed opportunities. So which fan-favorite characters did DC completely waste? Here are 10 fan-favorite characters DC completely wasted. At number 10 is Jade, aka Jennifer Lynn Hayden. Jade entered DC Comics in All-Star Squadron in 1983 as the daughter of Alan Scott. She was introduced with active Star Heart-based powers and immediately placed into Infinity Inc., the Justice Society's generational successor team. From the start, Jade functioned as an operational hero, not a symbolic legacy. Her abilities came directly from the Star Heart, separating her from the Green Lantern Corps and giving DC a parallel green energy system rooted in magic rather than willpower. She served in multiple team lineups, held command positions, and later became narratively tied to Kyle Rayner, placing her at the intersection of JSA and Green Lantern continuity. That path ended in 2005. During the Rann-Thanagar War, Jade sacrificed her life in deep space to stop an energy rift caused by Alexander Luthor Jr. Her death existed to facilitate Kyle Rayner's ascension into Ion. Afterward, Jade had no sustained return. With the New 52 reboot in 2011, she was removed entirely from continuity. At number 9 is Blue Beetle, aka Ted Kord. Ted Kord first appeared in Captain Atom in 1966 and became the second Blue Beetle after inheriting the mantle from Dan Garrett. He operated without superpowers, relying on intelligence, acrobatics, and advanced technology. His bug aircraft and custom-built gadgets defined his crime-fighting style. Ted became a core member of the Justice League International, where his long-running partnership with Booster Gold remained a constant across missions and team eras. Outside the field, Ted ran Kord Industries, placing him at the center of DC's technological infrastructure. He functioned as a frontline hero and strategic asset, operating alongside metahumans through preparation rather than force, and remained embedded in Justice League continuity for years. That direction ended in 2005. In Countdown to Infinite Crisis, Ted uncovered Maxwell Lord's global manipulation and confronted him alone. After refusing to comply, he was executed with a gunshot to the head, ending his role in main continuity. His continuation would have kept a non-powered Justice League core member anchoring DC's technology, strategy, and Blue Beetle identity without replacement resets. At number 8 is Connor Hawke, aka Green Arrow. Connor Hawke first appeared in Green Arrow in 1994 as the son of Oliver Queen and was introduced during a period when DC was preparing a successor. Trained as a martial artist, Connor entered the series as a disciplined and restrained figure, distinct from Oliver's aggressive style. After Oliver's death, Connor officially took up the Green Arrow mantle and operated as the active archer for years. During this period, he led stories in the Green Arrow title, saved the Justice League from the Key, and earned full League membership, placing him firmly within DC's central continuity. Connor's tenure was cut short when Oliver Queen was resurrected. Oliver immediately reclaimed the Green Arrow identity, pushing Connor out of the lead role. Connor was reduced to sporadic appearances, suffered physical losses, and was written out through isolation and off-panel absences. A later miniseries failed to re-establish his position. By the 1 year later storyline, Oliver was firmly restored as the sole Green Arrow. Connor's removal was finalized during the 2011 reboot, when he was gone from continuity entirely. At number 7 is Bart Allen. Bart Allen first appeared in The Flash in 1994 as Impulse, arriving from the future with unstable speed and an impulsive fighting style. He quickly became a central figure in the Flash family through a long-running solo series, then transitioned into Kid Flash during the Teen Titans relaunch. Bart operated at the core of DC's youth-driven continuity, moving between team leadership and major crossover involvement. After Wally West disappeared during Infinite Crisis, Bart was elevated to the Flash mantle. He took over the title in The Flash, the fastest man alive, confronting the rogues and functioning as the primary speedster in main continuity. His position placed him directly in line for long-term Justice League involvement. That direction ended in 2007. Bart was ambushed by the Rogues and brutally executed by the combined forces of Captain Cold, Heatwave, and Weather Wizard, dying at the end of his own series. He remained absent while the Flash role moved on, later returning only briefly and inconsistently across reboots. His continuation would have secured a permanent next-generation Flash. At number 6 is Pandora. Pandora first appeared at the end of Flashpoint in 2011 as a hooded figure watching reality collapse and reform. She then appeared across nearly every first issue of the New 52, silently positioned as a constant presence during DC's relaunch. Her role expanded in Justice League and Trinity War, where she was revealed as the mythic Pandora, cursed with immortality after unleashing ancient evil and bound to correct it. Pandora was framed as directly connected to the creation of the New 52 universe. She was aligned with the Phantom Stranger and the Question as part of the Trinity of Sin, placing her inside DC's magical and cosmic structure. A solo series followed, centered on her pursuit of the 7 deadly sins, but it ended without resolving her larger function. In 2016, Pandora confronted a hidden force manipulating reality and was gone instantly, dying in a single page. Her story ended without answers or lasting impact. Her continuation would have preserved a permanent mythic explanation for the New 52 within the main continuity. At number 5 is Ryan Choy. Ryan Choy first appeared in 2006 as a young physics professor who took over the Atom Mantle after Ray Palmer vanished. Using the same shrinking technology, Ryan became the Active Atom and headlined his own series, dealing with microscopic threats, time anomalies, and interdimensional dangers. His stories emphasized scientific problem-solving and exploration rather than physical force, placing him in Ivytown, Justice League circles, and multiverse-level storylines. Ryan's solo series ran for 2 years before being canceled. In 2010, his role ended abruptly. In Titans, Villains for Hire, Deathstroke's team ambushed Ryan in his apartment and murdered him while he was shrunken, leaving his body stored in a matchbox. The death occurred largely off-panel and produced no lasting consequences in the wider DC universe. Soon afterward, Ray Palmer resumed the Atom identity. Ryan was later revealed to have survived by shrinking into a microscopic universe and eventually returned, but only in supporting roles. He never regained lead status or sustained narrative focus. His continuation would have maintained a permanent successor Atom centered on science-driven legacy stories. At number 4 is Magog. David Reed first appeared in 2008 as a young Marine recruited by the Justice Society of America because of his lineage. During the JSA's conflict with the god Gog, David was transformed into Magog, gaining golden armor and a cosmic lance. This act placed a Kingdom Come-inspired Magog directly into the main continuity. He trained with the JSA and operated as a powered combatant whose methods created tension with the team's traditional approach. DC expanded his role with a solo series that explored his military mindset and his struggle to control the power given to him by Gog. His position suggested an approaching ideological conflict within the DC universe, rooted in force, consequence, and authority. That trajectory ended in 2010. In Justice League Generation Lost, Maxwell Lord took control of Magog's mind and forced him into a confrontation that caused him to turn his own devastating power against himself, destroying him instantly. The death removed him from continuity. He was not restored after the reboot. His continuation would have preserved an active Kingdom Come path within Justice Society history. At number 3 is Aztek. Uno first appeared in 1996 as Aztek, a hero raised by a secret society and trained from childhood to stop an approaching apocalypse. Operating out of Vanity City, he wore advanced armor combining ancient myth and future technology built for a single world-ending confrontation. From his introduction, Aztek was treated as a high-level asset and was quickly placed into the Justice League, fighting alongside Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman during major global threats. His destiny was defined early. Aztek was meant to face a cosmic destroyer tied directly to his origin. That end arrived fast. His solo series ended after a brief run, and in 1999, during the Justice League's battle with Mageddon, Aztek flew into the weapon and detonated his armor, destroying it and dying instantly. His sacrifice resolved his prophecy, but ended his story. After his death, Uno was never restored to main continuity. His organization, mythology, and future role were abandoned without continuation. His continuation would have maintained a permanent apocalyptic defender within Justice League history. At number 2 is Donna Troy, aka Wonder Girl. Donna Troy first appeared in 1965 as Wonder Girl and became a founding member of the Teen Titans. Introduced as Wonder Woman's younger sister figure, she quickly established herself as a core presence within the team. During the new Teen Titans era, Donna functioned as a central leader, carrying major storylines tied to the Titans' identity, including her search for her origins and her role as Troya. Following major continuity changes, Donna's history was repeatedly rewritten, yet she remained active across Titans' leadership, a temporary tenure as Wonder Woman, and later cosmic-level involvement. During Infinite Crisis, she became directly connected to the fate of the multiverse, helping restore lost worlds and acting as a structural element of DC's reality. That momentum ended in 2003 when Donna was abruptly killed during Graduation Day. Although she was later resurrected, her role never stabilized. The New 52 erased her entirely, then reintroduced her with a radically altered origin. For years, Donna existed without a consistent place in continuity despite her long-standing importance. At number 1 is Stephanie Brown. Stephanie Brown first appeared in 1992 as Spoiler, a self-made vigilante targeting her criminal father, Cluemaster. She operated independently in Gotham before becoming a regular presence in the Batbooks. Over time, she worked alongside Batman and developed a long-running partnership with Tim Drake. In 2004, Stephanie became Robin, marking the first time the role was held by a female character in main continuity. Her trajectory shifted abruptly during Batman War Games. Stephanie was captured by Black Mask, tortured, and left to die, and her death was treated as final. She was not initially honored as Robin, and her role was minimized in the aftermath. Years later, it was revealed she had survived, and she returned as Batgirl, headlining her own series from 2009 to 2011. That momentum ended with the 2011 reboot, which removed Stephanie entirely from continuity. When she later returned, her history had been reset and fragmented. Her continuation would have sustained a permanent female Robin legacy or a stable Batgirl successor within Gotham's core lineup. Thanks for watching the video, comment down your favorite part, and press the subscribe button and bell icon for regular updates.